Good afternoon, 2nd of March 21. CEO wage minus 10%. I was watching these listed companies in Spain, and I saw that that was a 10% cut in CEO wages. Well, I always wonder these stock exchange public companies, why they have CEOs. And I always wonder why the private companies do not so many. And I always wondered why only 10%. I think that the corporate social responsibility of the Spanish public listed companies CEOs not has to be a 10% decrease, but has to be something like 20 times the workers, the lowest wage in a company, then to the maximum wage in a company, only 20 times, you see. Then we will really find out whether you are a CEO for the interest of a corporate social responsibility or for the interest of your pocket. Because if you are for the interest of your pocket, then you have a problem, yes, because this problem is reputational for your company, and therefore the company will suffer reputation. I know you don't care because you only care about your wage, yes, but this is something very important worldwide to understand in the CEO wage disruption 36. And this is also very important to private companies that we have, for example, the lowest wage to the highest wage, say times 6, which is my case, times 6, that we must understand that it is a key factor if I want to sell the services and the products to another company, that they know I do my best in competitive advantages, but I also do my best in cost advantages, because if the CEO you are having is like 14 million euro or 7 million euro, then you are not competitive. That's why you're losing money. It's not because the company is losing money. It's not. It's because you're paying too much for the CEO, and then all the board, they will be getting too much money, you see. And the problem we have in the bright side of the utility is that the intrinsic compound value of positive mathematics, it does reflect in the negative mathematics. So if we have, let's say, a corporate social responsibility policy in the bright side, I am sure the dark side we will slowly take it out of sight. It's like when you look now to a mirror and say, mirror, mirror, who is most beautiful? Is it the bright side or is it the dark side? And then suddenly the mirror says it is the bright side, you see. So we have to provide example of the bright side. We don't have to understand what the dark side does. We don't need to know if one prime minister uses a private plane, has a private house, has 50 people in security, 50 people in, I don't know, administrative, and then 25 ministers. I mean, of course, the cost of this prime minister is much bigger than 7 million euro of a CEO. But we don't have to mirror in the dark side, because the dark side slowly will get erased with light. Very important to understand this CEO and dear shareholders of these public companies, because we in the private companies, we have shares that are private, therefore we have corporate social responsibility, because a lot of times we act as clowns and we keep this place and we smile and everything must be. But the huge advantage we have is because of that, say, ratio of the lowest wage to the highest wage of 6, for example, that we are highly competitive. So we can really kick public companies out of the system. It's very simple because we can adapt faster. And this is what is going on today. I thought this video was very interesting to show the corporate social responsibility of companies, whether private or public, because the 10% decrease in wages, it is strategical to society. Yes, the side has to take care of the dark side. We have to show accountability. One thing is 10%, but the question is, once we start the ping pong, the tiki-taka, when we start the moving, and then being responsible, showing our wages, our times the lowest wage and the highest wage, then we will very clearly show the society that we, in the bright side, we are going to take over this dark side. Yes, because they have 5 million people doing nothing, and all of you are going to pay it. And the only way is to shine. We have to shine this bright side, and we have to like, subscribe, this, so that CEOs of the world will show that, okay, perhaps I get 6 million euro wage, but perhaps I get a 60% tax. Whilst if I eliminate 95% key performance indicator inefficiency inutile tax use, then perhaps the 6 million will get a tax rate of 5%. Therefore, perhaps I am happier if I only say get a income of 3 million because I pay 5% or 1 million or even much less. But throughout the workers, for all of us, is corporate social responsibility that we have to denounce from the bright side the 5% use of our tax, because we perhaps earn 6 times more than the lowest wage, but perhaps we must take care of also the lower wage, and we must teach them and show them and leave this planet much better in the future. So I think it's a very good step that they shown a 10% decrease. I think it's a very bad step that the difference between the lowest and the highest is about 400. It should be 620, something like that, and it should be illegal to have more. And this should be a way to show the dark side that okay, if you are the prime minister, you don't need a house, you don't need a car, you don't need a helicopter, you don't need a plane, you don't need any assistant, you don't need any ministries, you need nothing. Come on, because then your tax, dear CEO, and all the workers throughout our area of competence would be just 5%. And this is why we must continue this fight to be responsible. I hope that if you earn 6 million or 3 million, you understand that why you want so much. You're not going to be able to take it away to the other. Yes, and so then why don't we just live here some and spread it out? But let's get the dark side gone. It's too much, they're doing too much poverty. It's about time the CEO wages is disruption, and it's light, because then it is the utility for that company. You are representing the reputation of your company is much more important than your wage and your position. That's what I understand, at least from the private little point of view. But anyway, this is what I hope that you have liked this video. Thank you very much, dear CEOs, and dear dark side, get ready, go and cut those wages. It's not responsible. Thank you very much. Bye.